Hey guys, welcome to another episode of One Take. Today I am joined by my friend Milspec Mojo, who some of you guys may know from Instagram. He's a very good shooter that I've known for the past 2-3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
That.
Yeah.
He flies out here to our range and we shoot. We do a lot of different things and we talk training and just run lots of different drills. What we want to show you today over the course of probably like a 20-minute span is some of the drills that we do, basic fundamentals drills, and also weapon manipulation that we do on a single target within 15 meters. So it's nothing complicated. It's something you can do at a, you don't need a crazy massive range to get good reps in. And we're just gonna show you speed reloads, up drills, running carbines. Obviously we're wearing some items, some gear, but it's just gear. But we're gonna be showing you guys kind of what we do when we come out to the range. Usually we do this for a little bit before we move into, shooting on the move, target transitions,
everything.
more complicated stuff. Earlier today we were like shooting moving targets and things like that. But this is the building block of getting into all of that.
Yep.
So just want to show you guys some of that. And is there anything you're wanting to show in particular?
No, not really. That's the one thing that people fail to realize is like all this fancy stuff that people see us do. It's like the building blocks is literally this shit. Mm-hmm. And we have the understanding that most people shoot on the range. They don't have access to a place like this, mm-hmm. So they can work on this, which will complement the other things that they want to do and the other things they want to emulate. So this is always, you can never go wrong with this, and I love this shit.
Yep.
I'm about it.
Yep. All right, let's get to it. And we're starting our one take now. All right. Let's start with a really simple, just ready up, just getting on the gun, side alignment, all that good stuff. I got the timer.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okie dokie.
We'll start at, it's an instant, boom. This is a single shot. High ready. You what?
I don't know how to work.
Yeah, I'll do that. Right. Well, let's do high ready. So stock underneath the shoulder and just presenting the gun, getting on it, safety, hitting safety.
And just real quick, so you're running a stock mag release. You have your bolt release is a stock one, and your trigger stock as well too, right?
Yeah. So real fast, I have a 416 upper on a standard arrow lower. I have a standard bolt release, standard safety. It's not a 90 degree. I don't think it makes a big difference. Milspec trigger. So it's actually a pretty stock gun, regardless of all the accessories on top. And then what do you have on yours?
So I'm running arrow upper, arrow lower, tri-lock rail. I'm running a Milspec trigger, and then I have the Frank Proctor bolt release. Is a little bit wider, so I like that a lot. But other than that, it's a stock gun.
So your gun is more upgraded than mine because you have a different bolt release.
Oh my god!
Oh no! All right, single shot. We'll go high ready. Just A zone, 10 yards.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. 0.60.
It's 60. All right, now we're ready.
Yep. Stand by. 0.31.
3-1. All right, so go ahead and show them because they'll say it's.
Yeah.
Just say it's sped up, but 3-1. So my standard for 10 yards into A zone is from low ready. It's under half a second, so it's under 0.50. But you have to be able to do it repeated. And then high ready, it's going to be a little slower, a little bit more motion in the gun, getting it up on there. We'll do a headshot. High ready.
Headshot. High ready. Stand by. 0.67.
6-7. All right, low ready.
Stand by.
No.
0.54.
Bad. I pull the gun down.
Right, stand by. 0.57.
5-7. Okay, so 5-7 and a 6
something, yeah.
For 2 A-box headshots, I did pull one. The first shot from low ready, and come up enough and pull it down. All right. See what you
yeah. So this is weird because like for me, I've never actually like timed those before. I've never done that to the point where it's
good fun.
Oh man, it's good.
I got standards. I got standards.
And you're tapping. I have to aim at this guy. Like I'm so much shorter.
Hey, you have a shorter target.
No, but that's exactly.
You want that one? You want the midget?
Actually,
no.
No. Good. Okay, fine. Okay.
All right. So high ready first. A zone. Single shot.
Yep.
Stand by. 5-5. Perfect. Low ready.
All right.
Stand by. 3-6. All right. So he's meeting the standard, obviously. Headshot. High ready.
Headshot. High ready.
Stand by. 7-4. Low ready.
Ready.
And that's in a 5-6. So we're making all these shots under second, and the big thing about this is just making sure you're getting on our sight, but it's also consistent. A lot of people, when they bring the gun up, their sight's like way over to the right, way over to the left, like where we are visualizing where our sight needs to go, that side is appearing, and then we're taking that shot. Now at this, my 0.3 of a second A-zone shot from 10 yards, I'm not seeing a perfect side picture. I'm seeing a flash. I'm seeing my red go into that area,
as soon as
and
the
I'm
red
taking
goes,
that shot.
it needs to be pulling the trigger.
I don't need a 100% perfect side picture at this range on a target of this size. I just need that flash of my T2. We're both running T2s.
T2's on scale works.
So it's a center, like two away dot. I don't have a big ring like an EOTech. I just flash, and I can take that shot. And you still go fast.
One thing also for us to be able to validate that as well, because like with that one shot thing where we're presenting the weapon or firing that one shot, we can get lucky on that one shot.
Yep.
So I like to validate it sometimes with 2 or 3 extra shots in addition to it, but it's good to pay attention to the first
So let's
shot.
do that. So let's now do 5,
3.
3. All right, 3 rounds from high ready.
3 rounds, high ready.
A zone. 3 rounds. Stand by. That grew. So 105 total. First shot 7-3. And here's the weird thing. Why was your first shot slower? So earlier you were doing this in like a 6 or a 5. So why is it a little slower?
You know what? That's funny because this takes back to the certain small things earlier. I think that I'm making sure that the weapons stock placed in there properly because I know I'm gonna fire more.
And you're thinking more about, and I see this with a lot of folks, where if they have a longer drill, they take a little slower because they're thinking more about that stuff and less about the first thing.
More processing involved.
Yep. So
because now I have
to
focus on making sure that my stock placement is good because earlier I could just get that one shot and we're good. I know I'm at the standard. Here we're firing more. We have essentially follow-up shots. So we need to do that more.
So let's do lower.
Ready?
Whichever you want, lower, high.
We'll do low.
2 rounds. Stand by. 7-4. Let's do 5 rounds. Low ready.
5 rounds okay.
Stand by. Low trigger freeze. 144. I'm gonna have so much of that. Let's do 5 rounds. High ready.
Wait, what's it?
5 rounds. High ready. Yep. Stand by.
Trigger freeze.
And that was a 139. All right, my turn. So 3 high, 3 low.
All in. So
yeah, it's all A zone.
Okay.
You got 1, Charlie.
So we're gonna do
3 from high.
3 high. Stand by. 0.91.
And then low.
Stand by. Fired 4.
I did uncontrollably. But what was that?
0.86.
86. Okay. And now we'll do 5 rounds. High ready.
5 rounds. High ready. Stand by.
Trigger freeze there at the beginning.
Trigger freeze. Yep. And stand by. That was a 1.37. By the way.
Yep.
Stand by.
Oh my.
1.
Did not drag the gun.
So I will say this. And like so.
Yep.
The groups.
Yeah.
A little bit different. Right? A little bit tighter. Yours a little bit. Now, are you more focused on like the idea that you can essentially, because with this distance, we all know that those are effective hits regardless of the fact. But now, are you really focusing on like the fact that you're focusing on the A zone specifically, or just kind of like as soon as you see the dot, you're pulling the trigger?
My standard is I should be getting for this. I should be getting 90% A's.
Okay.
Like 80% A's. If I'm getting 100% A's, like a perfect fist-sized group, that means I can go faster.
Right.
You should, because I could do that, but then am I getting good speed out of that? Because if I take all the time in the world, I could do this.
Right.
But is that effective at this range, especially in your world? Is that effective?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I want 80% alphas. If I have a fist-sized group, that means I'm going too slow.
Right.
I should be speeding up.
Okay.
So now, if that group, I had one delta. That was my first shot on this last string where I just did not plant the gun in my shoulder properly. Took a shot before I had a full sight picture. It's still on the target. It's not like a full miss, but that's not acceptable. A few Charlies off to the side, in the middle of that string,
sure,
more acceptable.
Absolutely.
But then I'll go back and go, do I have the discipline to get all A zones? And then I'll shoot drills like we did earlier on those little circles where it's has to be all in, has to be all in, has to be all in to validate. Can I actually do that? Yes, I can.
And with the repeatability.
And then go back to my 90% A's, whatever. So
and I guess that's the thing I was thinking about for me the whole time. I'm like, what do I want to be accountable for the, you know what I mean? Like super accountable because regardless of the fact, I want to make it tight. So then I'm like, I'm not going to push it as fast. Can we get sub-second build drills? We can. With rifles. We've done it before. We watched each other do it. So that's really easy for us to, it's getting to the point where it's getting easier now. But here it's like, I don't know, like, as I like what you did because obviously as soon as you saw dot, level of acceptability, boom, versus getting sucked into like, I need to make this look tight and I need to make it look accurate, you know what I mean?
So, and if we want to do that, then we just transition to the head. So now I've got like 6 rounds to the head, so it's a little smaller, so I can't just throttle them off as fast as I can. I gotta like make sure I'm seeing a good sight picture every time, so I'm not relying on just my first sight picture.
So 6 rounds?
6 rounds,
All right, stand by. 1.80. First shot was in 7.3.
All right, your turn.
Okay.
And then I'm on empty.
All ready?
That's in a 180, 6 rounds, headshots, 10 yards. All right, 6 rounds, high ready. Stand by. Holy moly. There's a 167. That's suppressor. It's a little slower ADS speed, but better recoil management. That's what that is. All right. So I'm down to, I've got 1 round in the chamber. So what I like to do is I run, obviously we just ran 1 mag. We got ready ups, high, low ready. We did some 5 round, 6 round, recoil management, stuff like that. And we just did a little accuracy marksmanship into the head, which is a 5-inch by 5-inch box. Now that I'm down to an empty, I can start working reloads. I'll be reloading from a Mars carrier on the belt. I can also transition to a plate carrier and load from there if I want. For this, I'm just going to load from my belt. Time standard for this is 3 seconds from a belt.
So 3 seconds reload from a belt.
Yep.
Got it.
So
okay.
run, reload 1. That's high or low ready.
And so I know, just for people that don't know, I used to do the Frank Proctor method, which is nothing wrong with it. Obviously, like everyone has specific ways of reloading their weapon systems. Nothing wrong with it, as long as you achieve the goal. But there are more efficient ways. Lucas is the one that talked me into reloading into the shoulder, being connected to the gun, so I don't need to engage the safety or anything crazy. So, I accredit that to Lucas and Garrett Schwindel from Cogworks. So those are the 2 reasons why I started doing it. I'm faster.
It works
better.
Less motion. Yep. So from load ready, 1 reload 1.
All right, stand by. Nice. 2.63.
3, little fumble there. But I'm inside the standard. Got to do this multiple times in a row for it to be like good.
All right, stand by. 2.29.
2.2.
Clean.
Okay. My fastest is like a 1.4 something.
I never timed a 1 reload on the rifle.
And then I'll do high rate.
Stand by.
Ah!
3.13.
What? I failed! Cold hands. I'm doing it again. Failed. Cold hands.
Cold hand. Yeah, no kidding. Stand by. There it is. 3.06.
This is what we do. I'm doing it again. I have to get a high ready in. I have to get it. I know I can. Roll stiff.
Okay. Focus. Stand by.
I got hung up with the sling. Wouldn't be a good recoil, but it worked.
2.51.
2.5. Okay.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I failed twice. All right, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna probably fail a lot more, so let's see what happens.
I'll say cold fingers and.
Yeah, we're kind of like doing a weird experiment because like I usually don't shoot with gloves on because at work I never usually wear gloves unless like I'm doing certain specific things. But usually if I can avoid it, I wear gloves. All right, I don't wear gloves. So.
All right.
We'll see how.
Check your mag. I don't know how many rounds you got.
I got nothing in that. Oh, gosh dang, it's carbon lock. Okay, cool.
Man, I timed it perfectly. That's awesome.
No,
all right, body low ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
Nope.
Cold hands.
Cold hands.
299. He's inside. All right, so you.
Oh man.
299 first shot in a 4.6, so under half. So
that's where I made up my time. That first shot.
That's good. Stand by. 2.7. You made it up. You started to get hung up, so you went really fast back onto the gun.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Worked out.
So
go high ready. High ready. Stand by. Drop it free.
I know.
Is it that one?
I don't know. It could be that one specifically.
Oh, thank
you.
That was in a 2.76.
2.76. Oh, I'm making the standard.
Do one more. One more. Then we'll move into pistola.
Yep.
Stand by. 2.52. So we're making all these in like 2.5, something like that.
With cold hands and shivering.
With cold hands. Obviously not optimal, conditions. But
we're just making excuses at this point.
We are in a flat range, so not getting shot at by paper targets. So
don't even start
pretty
that.
Optimal
Don't even start that.
All right, so now we're gonna get into pistol reloads. First, I want to take a drink of this. Now we are currently at any ammo? No.
I'm good on ammo. Oh man. Oh, my hands are even colder now. Oh, that's so cold.
That was a bad idea. All right.
Man.
So now we'll do pistol transitions. I'm running a passive retention holster. This is a Ragnarok from T.REX Arms. Shameless plug. I'm going to be doing a simple gun comes out, single shot. I'm going to be transitioning the gun. Oh, I need that. Transitioning.
So when you transition, what's your method of stowing the rifle?
I stow with the magazine inboard. So basically what that does, if I stow the gun, I obviously stow it to my side so I can be mobile, I can move.
Okay.
If I drop the gun in front of me and I start to kneel down or start to run around, it dangles, gets in the way, in my opinion, is a problem.
Right.
So I prefer stowing the gun to my side where I can move, do whatever I need to. I can run a sprint, just holding on to the stock of the gun. I'm good to go. I've got the gun that's stable, I've got my handgun. So what I do is I run the magazine inboard. If I run the magazine out like this, which feels to some extent more natural.
That's a lot of movement, especially because if you transition that way, you have your hand has to come around the gun.
And usually in this fashion, the rifle will tend to work its way back to the front.
Yeah, and then when you want to get it back, you have to do this weird whole thing and get it back here again. It's more simpler that way.
Yeah. So I turn the rifle inboard. It also helps. You want to do it early, otherwise you can get bound in the sling.
Yep.
Some people come down and then do this, and then they get the sling bound up, and then when they come back, they're like, and they got like all this stuff going on. So you want to do it early. You want to turn that rifle early. Make an attempt to hit the safety. If not,
yes.
whatever. Go to the pistol. Pistol comes out. Take your shots, and then when you're ready to go, bring the rifle back up, check to see if it's a stoppage, whatever, and then we'll talk about that when we.
And I'll talk about how I transition because I do it differently than your way. So, all right. So one transition one.
Yep. One to the other one. Back up, baby.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Nice, clean. 2.25.
And then I'll just go back. I won't do a tech mag.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Then I come down, grab my magazine.
That was. I love how that reload was faster than the other ones.
Wait, what?
That reload that you just did right there and you get mag up. I'm just saying.
What was the time on that?
Time was 2.25.
2.5. Oh my goodness. Awesome. Hit them. All right.
Yeah, you put the bullets right next to each other. Stand by. 1.74.
Nice. Back up. Ready to go. Grab the magazine. Stow. Get my tech mag. Back into the carrier.
And again, if we really focus on like breaking a lot of this stuff down, you're working quite a bit. Firing 2 rounds. If you want to make it accuracy, you could do it on a B8 at 25 yards or whatever the case may be.
You do headshots at 20.
Yeah, so you're working the actual like the sight picture of the rifle, getting that up in a good position. You're firing, realizing what bolt lock feels like. I don't know about you, but I know what bolt lock feels
bolt lock. Once you shoot a lot, you're getting half the recoil in the gun, and it's not the same as a malfunction.
It doesn't feel normal.
The bolt comes back and then starts to go forward again. Like it's very. When you shoot a lot, like it's very.
Yeah, it reaches that stopping point.
You know.
I'm able to feel it, and I have no issues with it. Then obviously working the transition to getting your pistol out, picking up the sights, pulling that one shot, realizing that you're done, and then working the whole process again. You're working a lot with 2 bullets, so I love that. I'm all about it.
That's right. And people are like, I can't afford to shoot a lot. Like we've shot so far 1 mag, plus I just did 5-6 rounds. So like I've shot 36 rounds with a bunch of reps.
A lot of reps.
How many minutes are we in?
15.
Okay, cool. You're up. Okay, cool. What do we do on one?
One transition.
One transition one. Cool. And then we'll get to the check drill.
All right, one transition.
Yep.
Back up. Oh shit, sorry. Are we doing low ready or high ready?
Whichever you want.
Okay.
I did a high and a low.
Okay, I'll do a high and a low.
All right, shoot ready. Stand by. 222.
That was bad. I got blinded.
222 is bad. Okay. All right.
Man.
All right. So walk me through. So you're dropping rifle straight in front of you.
Yeah. So I started changing up a little bit. Path of least, or like straight as distance, 2 points.
Yep.
Like straight line type deal. So I shoot, come straight down, and then it's right in front of me, obviously, and it's not getting in the way. For me, I wear kit. Every time I employ a rifle, I am in some kind of kit.
Yep.
I never just run a rifle slick usually. So obviously, the issue originally was drop it, hit something. It won't have that problem.
Yep.
If a handgun comes out, I do need to do whatever work needs to do. If I need to move, I can move, and then again, it's not going to hit much in the first place.
If you have a bunch of stuff.
And if I need to move again, like if I need to actually do explosive movement, all I got to do is this. Decide it's where it needs to be, and I can do what I need to do from here. Then I get the rifle back up. But in terms of accomplishing the goal of 1-shot rifle, 1-shot pistol, I thought that this was the fastest way for me. So, but obviously everyone's different because I've gotten sub 2-second transitions, done that before quite a bit with going straight down.
Yes.
And it makes sense. For me, I mean, again, it's different for everybody. So, low ready?
Well, yes and I mean, yeah. The problem is that excuse can't be used for everything because sometimes some things are better than others. But yes.
Yes. No, you're not wrong.
But
not
yes.
wrong.
But yes. But I agree. There's 2 ways of doing this, and essentially they're both like pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
I do it my way for a lot of reasons because I'm like always moving. I don't always have kit, although I could wear kit and trigger people on the internet more.
That would work.
I could do that all the time. Like people think that I always wear kit, but I don't. So these are the 2 ways of doing it. And obviously Mojo's doing it extremely fast. I'm doing my way pretty fast. So like they both work.
Yeah, I got hung up on my locking system.
Yeah,
That was slow.
Slow. 222.
Super
All right.
slow.
Low ready. Shoot ready. Stand by.
145. Cool. Merry Christmas.
And he's running a active prevention holster, which I'm not. So
honestly, I've done it faster with a. I've gotten a sub 2s with a level 3, but I forgot my level 3 at home.
I think he probably has the fastest level 3 draw of anyone.
I've gotten sub. I can get out of a holster 7 yards A zone from a level 3 holster. I've done 0.78.
Oh,
yeah, I just thought if everyone worked the reps, you can get that fast. Anyone here can get that fast if they wanted to. Just gotta put the work in.
All right, so now walk me through. No, you start.
Okay.
Walk me through. So now let's do rifle goes to pistol, and then come back to rifle, load rifle, and then shoot.
Yeah.
Do you want to throw a tac mag in there, or just go straight back to the holster?
We can throw a tac back in there because
Okay.
I see that. So because you do it differently than I do.
Yep.
So whenever I do it, it's a mechanics-based drill.
Yes.
So shoot rifle, go bolt lock, go pistol, fire one. Awesome, do my thing, what I need to do.
Whatever, yeah.
I'll stow the pistol back, get the rifle back up and fire again. But usually we are doing it for time.
Yes.
Because we're working the
So
speedy...
do you skip the scanning stuff if you're doing it for time? Because that's the fastest
Yeah,
way to do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes.
Obviously,
And
it's
it's
scanning stuff. And then I'm not doing one of the... If it's for time, usually because I know what bolt lock feels like. Obviously, I could game the game all day, but I know what bolt lock feels like. So as soon as that comes down, I do my whole thing, and I just come straight up and start working.
Okay, so let's.
And whenever you want to come back up from right here, I already see it, and I'm like, oh, malfunction. I can
Let's
see it
do.
right here.
Okay, let's do for time, where it's just one, or it's one,
Okay.
and then we'll do it. I'll break it down into 2 sections.
Yeah, I want to see how you do it because I know you break it down into 2 sections.
So let's do it for speed, for time.
Okay.
Stand by.
That drop.
5, 2, 3. One more time, and then I'll do it twice.
Man, this mag's not coming out.
That was fast.
It'd be faster if the mag would come out. That came out that time. I don't know what the problem is.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
Oh man. Oh man.
5, 6, 9. Okay, so 2. You did a 5, 2, and a 5, 6. All right.
That was horrible though. Mechanics.
Oh my.
Cold hands.
Oh my goodness!
Cold
I don't know
hands.
if I can do this.
Cold hands.
Oh, so fast.
Cold hands.
Got my mag ready. Got my gun ready.
Is the shooter ready?
But no, I don't think it's on anymore.
All right, stand by. Woohoo!
Oh, cold hands.
505. Son of a monkeys! You got me.
That felt super sloppy. That was not.
Oh yeah, it felt super sloppy. Still. I hate you. Stand by. Get it?
Get in the holster. I need a light. It makes it easier. Skyfall. No.
6.85. Yeah.
All right, so I did a 505 and 605. Both extremely sloppy and not great. So now,
I think I fail.
whatever. You did it better twice. Your average is better than mine if you add up the averages and do the math and all that.
Cool.
All right, so now we're going to do, so that's the very fast way of just working through the mechanics of the drill. It's called a check drill, where I'm checking. Obviously, we're doing it very fast. We're kind of skipping the process, but I bring the rifle up, checking the breech, see what kind of stoppage you have, or if it's an empty mag. Obviously, we know what an empty mag feels like. We also know it's an empty mag. So we're kind of bypassing that part where we bring the gun up. You're immediately stowing the pistol. I like to obviously keep pistol out, bring the gun up, observe, then stow the pistol. I will say it is easier to stow, in my opinion, a handgun with a weapon light on it because the holster is larger.
Yeah, because you could rock it into place. So, like if I was doing this, I could literally just rock it.
Yep, and I have a little more trouble with this one. It's like if I go with the trigger guard, which is what happened on the second run. So what I like to do is I like to break this drill into 2 different strings of fire. So I'm getting more data. So I'm going to get the data from rifle comes up, I fire, transition, pistol, bang, and then from there, I can do all my scans, my situational, whatever, contextual, whatever crap. Then he will give me a standby for the second string of fire. I'll be doing my whatevers. On that, I'm going to tack mag my pistol, topping it off, because who knows how many rounds I fired. Could have been 5, 6, 10, whatever, because I want to keep my gun topped off. Tack mag my pistol, work around my rifle and my kit, then bring my rifle up, do my check drill, insert the pistol into the holster, load the rifle, take 1 shot. So I'll have another string of data from that.
So how you're working those mechanics specifically. So
exactly.
That's how you break. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Yeah. All right, so let's do it. So you're going to give me, I'm going to run this, and then you're going to give me a standby after I have my pistol out.
Mm-hmm.
And then on that, it's going to be fixing the pistol up, rifle, load, fire, and then I'll have the time for that.
Okay.
And there's a standard for that.
All right, cool. All right.
I'll tell you it is if I pass.
Your gun's ready, your pistol, your rifle's ready. Is the shooter ready?
We'll find out.
All right, stand by. 1.65. All right, stand by. 7.08.
Time standard 7.
Is it time standard 7? Yep. Yeah. Ah.
From a belt.
I might fail that.
From a belt.
I might fail
From a
that.
belt.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Oh man.
So it's 2 strings of fire. So obviously, because I'm putting, and this is where Mojo might beat me, since I put my rifle in front of here, sometimes in the way of my mags. So immediately what I do is I swipe my rifle back a little bit to access my first magazine.
That's one of the problems I saw with that. Yeah.
Yep. So that slows me down 2, 3/10, whatever. Insert my magazine, put it back, grab the rifle, stow, load, and I'm set. And that was in a 708,
7.0,
whatever.
Yeah.
708. That's not bad. Time standard 7-ish for this range. All right. I mean, that's a very high time standard. So like a department standard might be like, I've seen this as like something similar as like 15.
I've seen
this whole drill being like 16 seconds.
times it by
which we
2
would
might,
blaze
yeah.
the entire drill in like probably 9 or 10 for the whole thing.
Dang. Okay, so all right, cool. So transitions, got it.
Yep. So you're gonna stop once you have your pistol out. You're gonna take your shot.
Yep.
You're gonna bring it back. See second side picture, all the good stuff. You're gonna wait for my second
Can do that
timer,
Maggie, yeah.
and then you're gonna do the full thing.
Okie dokie.
Stand by.
Already chokey.
So 142. Stand by.
Oh man, I can't find it.
798. 1 second. Start up again.
Oh man.
It's still really good. There's where you can speed up is definitely on the Tech Mag.
Yeah, I lost the.
Not that.
I lost
No,
the
I'm talking that. Going down to the magazine and working past your rifle. You're a little slow there.
That too, but I honestly, I was like, I was like, oh, can't find it. That's where I saw my.
You'd be right at 7 flat. If some of the hand speed down there would be a little quicker.
Yeah.
All right.
And it wasn't cold.
Stand by.
Okay.
147. Stand by.
Yep.
Dang it. 664. Okay. I can't let you win. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. It's all about finding that mag into the mag here. All right.
I'm gonna jinx you. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up, Lucas. Stand by. 1.56.
That was too fast.
Stand by. Dang it! 6.28. You got me.
But that first draw though, man, it was horrible. It was absolute trash.
Which one?
So what? My first initial transition.
Here. Yeah, you should have 1.5.
Talk about something. I'm gonna get something.
Okay. Yeah. So I like these. I like these drills. I like them a lot personally. Where I shoot out of Washington State, I don't have a lot of like legit range space for something like this. I kind of wish I did. I've recently started shooting in places like this more often because I've been very privileged to be able to get to know people and they have given me the opportunities to shoot at ranges like this. But this is great for a lot of the dudes that just go out into the woods, find a berm, and then work on drills like this. Because all you need is one target, bring your kit, load up your mags, and then walk on out. And so these mechanical drills will set you up for other things later on down the road, especially if you start to do like target transitions and just working mechanical skills in general. Because we want this to be second nature as we start doing all this stuff. So welcome back.
Let's do some target transitions real quick.
Okay.
All right, so standing in the center. So obviously we do a lot of these drills. We do a lot of transitions, we do a lot of different things. And then we move into target transitioning, a lot of marksmanship drills we can do, pistols at 50 meters, all kinds of stuff. I obviously like to aimbot, do a lot of target transitions.
I noticed that.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah,
We did a bunch earlier.
We did.
Moving targets and stuff. So I have 3 targets set up here. We're gonna be shooting into these 2, and what we're gonna do, what I like to do is, obviously I go left to right.
Slow
right
shooting,
to left.
fast moving.
Yep, I like to go left to right to left, center, left, right, left, right, center. So it's forcing longer transitions.
You have 3 minutes.
Short transitions. Then we will do this. All right.
You got your 40 rounder?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do.
Ready?
I'm
Stand
gonna
by.
do.
.42.
All right, center,
So
right,
try to
left.
smooth out that cadence. So drive the gun faster. See what happens. Stand by. So go right to left now. Stand by. Ah, so that second target.
I went too fast. You know why?
What's that?
Extra weight. Try and slow
Okay.
down. That way I didn't mind like sitting the mic off. I'll do right, left, center.
Right, left, center. Stand by. That was left, right, center.
Oh.
Now do right, left, center. Stand by. That was good. That was actually really good. Your hits are clean.
It's got a beefy-ish gun. All right.
Beefy-ish.
Beefy-ish. All right.
Kind of 40 millimeter-ish.
So a little bit. Did I mag just? Oh, no.
That was me.
All right.
We've
Left, right.
Left,
3
right.
rounds each.
Left, right.
Stand by. It's a lot easier having a gun that light. All right. Right to left.
Right to left, got it.
Stand by. 204. Center, right, left.
Center, right, left, got it.
Stand by.
I'm slow on that. front
But it was
part
better
transition.
because you didn't like go over and take a shot.
Yeah.
Tech mag real quick.
Tech mag.
Then we'll do left, right, center.
Left, right, center.
Long transition to short. Stand by.
Yep, I saw that one.
Right, left, center.
Right, left, center.
Stand by.
Nice.
All right, let's go check the phone. This camera's about to like die or something.
2 minutes. 1 minute.
Oh shoot. We are at 28:53. That was a good 28 minutes of us training, and we only shot through like.
We had 1, 2,
80
3,
rounds?
yeah, 3 full mags of rifle, if that.
Yeah, 90 rounds. So a lot of people think you got to shoot a lot to get really good. The answer is, well, yes, round count can help, but if it's not purposeful, you're just wasting ammo at that point. Yeah. So, Mojo, how much do you shoot a week? 250?
250 rounds pistol, about 100 rounds rifle.
Okay, so we shoot about 350 rounds a week. Mojo, 250. I'm shooting about 2,000, but generally a lot of that's for obviously this content, so there's not a lot of necessarily training value because I'm not paying attention. You know, I'm not usually able to pay attention to exactly what I'm doing and then focus on certain things because I gotta, you know, produce content or do something or shoot a certain drill and talk about it, but I'm not able to like put all my, you know, processing into that. So I usually get one training day a week, like Mojo, where I can actually go and shoot, and it's usually like a 400 round training day, and then the other 1,600 rounds or 1,000 rounds that I'm doing in the week is for obviously T.REX arms and what we're doing. So Mojo doesn't shoot a ton compared to some people, and obviously his skills, as you all can see, is extremely high level, and that's something that I'm always impressed at shooting with Mojo. It also makes me really nervous because I know I'm shooting way more than him, but I'm not way better than him. So
we catch each other decently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we catch each other decently.
But then I like reevaluate, am I doing everything properly?
Well, again, it's as long as the range day is purposeful. Like,
yeah.
I don't dry fire as much. Like I don't
do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Not really.
It's
that's
good,
the
though. Problem.
Go watch the leak video.
Yeah, go dry fire, but don't follow our example in terms of that. Like, I don't dry fire a lot, and
not anymore. And the thing is, dry fire, I would say, obviously, I know I need to dry fire more for certain mechanics, but also mainly just for trigger press, maintaining
trigger press.
That's really it. As soon as you have the mechanics down on the draw and everything. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to dry fire that, in my opinion.
You like
don't, no. Two days
but
in.
It's good to do so. Like, I don't put on a belt and start working my stuff like that. I don't usually do that.
You pick up pistols all the time. I mean,
at the house, yeah, we pick up the pistols and we're like, click,
and that's probably the best thing you can do is sight, trigger. Sight,
because you're working the rep you're working the rep of picking up your sights, seeing when your sights are good enough, and actually pulling the trigger. So that will relate to your 100%, no matter what people say. People always say that it won't do anything for you. But again, I buy 1,000 rounds at the first of every month, so those are 1,000 rounds. I shoot 250 rounds every weekend, and I just buy a couple of 20-round boxes of 5.56 or 223, and then 100 rounds go with that rifle stuff. And sometimes I don't even shoot all the rifle, but. I've been doing that now for the longest time, and that's been working because not a lot of people can afford so much ammo, and I think the 1,000 rounds is a good deal. Like 200, less sub $200, you could get 1,000 rounds for on the line or at a local gun store.
So you're shooting 1,000 or 1,500 a month?
1,000 rounds of pistol every month.
And then 500 rifle?
Yeah, 400 rifle.
400. Yeah, so that's, and I think that's a good standard for people, is that's, you know, obviously a very small percent of what you're making. You can do the math and then figure out, like, you know, like our military.
Yeah, everyone's situation's different.
Yeah, our government spends, I think it's like 3% of our, you know, GDP on defense or something like that. And that's actually an interesting way to look at it. Like, what is the percent of your income that you should be spending on defense / training / ammo?
Absolutely, that's a great way to look at it.
I don't know what that percent is. It's been something that we've been trying to think about at T.REX Arms. Like, what should an average you know, person, you know, who works a 9 to 5, like what should they actually spend on ammo? And I think, you know, 250 rounds a week, you know, 1,000 rounds a month it's enough that you can maintain your skill, but it's also enough to build skill if you're purposeful in how you do it. So I hope that some of these drills, you know, can help you guys as you're going to the range and, you know, maintaining purpose behind what you're doing and motivation as well. It's one reason why we produce a lot of this content, is to motivate people to go to the range. That's why Mojo produces, you know, the content on his Instagram. You can follow him at Milspec _.
Yeah, _Mojo.
Yes, _Mojo. I'll put it down here somewhere in the video, somewhere around there. And then obviously you can also follow our Instagram, because we post a lot of stuff, you know, on our social media every day. You know, we're not able to post a lot on YouTube because we're busy doing a lot of different things, but we're posting content on our YouTube or on our Instagram and our social media all the time. So
you blew up after the Call of Duty game. I'm just saying, like that was good. After you were that in the Call of Duty, yeah, that was legit.
I got to work in Call of Duty. That was cool. Anyway, the new one, not the old ones, the new one, because I was young then, but I grew up on them. So It's Lucas T.REX Arms is my personal account where I post, you know, a lot of various things, and then T.REX Arms is the company account. We post shooting videos. There's a bunch of stuff that we did shooting moving targets that you can find on there. Obviously, that's about to date the video because you won't see it there if you watch this video a year after it comes out because, you know, Instagram, it's gone. So, yeah, I just dated the video.
This will be on YouTube, right? This will be on YouTube?
This is YouTube.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah.
We're not going to do an Instagram video. It's 30 minutes.
Oh, I know, right?
So, anyway, hello, helpful guys. Give us a follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll be back.
Stand by.
Tonk. Transitioning to a grenade launcher, it's always faster than a pistol.
Actually, that was really quick.
Felt slow.
He goes.